Welcome back to a brand new tutorial. And in this tutorial, I'll be showing you guys how to create your own OBBY in Roblox Studio. If you want to know more scripting tutorials, make sure to like and subscribe. And if this video helped you, please leave a like. And this is how it will turn out. Data saves, and if we reset our character, it will spawn us back onto the one we just touched. So if you want to learn how to do this, make sure to stick around to the end, and let's dive in. So let's say you start like this, okay? So first you have to open Roblox Studio, okay? There will be a link in the description if you don't have it downloaded. It should be downloaded if you have Roblox installed, but you have to just open Roblox Studio. Open any type of you like. I opened baseplate and I just deleted the baseplate. But what you want to do now is you want to click View, and you want to click Explorer, Properties, and Toolbox. Okay. So once you've done that, it should pop up like this, kind of, I guess. So you wanna go into the Home tab and click Part. Depends on what style you're going for, but I'm gonna click Part. Okay, so a part, you wanna click Part, and a part should have appeared. Instead of trying to zoom into it, press F. It will just bring your camera towards it. Okay, and if you're wondering how I'm moving my camera, I'm just right clicking, moving around. And if I'm wondering how I'm moving backwards and forward, I'm just doing W for backwards, S for forward, A for left, D for right, E for up, Q for down. So you can mess around with that, but what you want to do is go into Properties. If you don't know, I just opened it there. Click Anchor to True. Okay, and you can change the color to any you like. I'm going to change my color to a nice blue kind of color. Shade. And you could customize how you want the size to be. You could click on Home, Scale, Move, moves it, Scale, Rotate. Control Z undoes it, Control Y redoes it. But what you want to do, and Control 1 is select, Control 2 is move, Control 3 is scale, Control 4 is rotate. So we're gonna do scale. You could scale it like however you want, but what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna size it in the studio with studs. Studs is the length. For instance, centimeters is what we measure with on a ruler. Here we use studs. Okay. Now I'm just gonna set my size to be 80 studs long, or whatever, 2 studs tall, and 40 studs the width. Okay, so it should come up kind of like this. If you want, you can customize it. I'm just gonna put that to 60, or actually put it to 70. 70 is nice. I'm just gonna call this something, whatever you want. Click the part, and you could just rename it. This is the name. I'm just gonna name it Lobby. Okay, you could customize it however you want. I'm not gonna get into much detail of that, but now click on Model and click on this Spawn. For you, it might be a bit bigger. Let's say this might be bigger, but since I'm on a laptop, it looks a bit smaller. But you'll have a button that looks like this, and this is Spawn Location. A spawn location is where you like start off in the game. Okay, I'll just put my spawn location right there. This is where they're gonna start. Okay, if you want to delete this weird, not weird, but if you want to delete this image, just open this arrow inside it and click decal, and then press delete on your keyboard, or right click and delete. My recorder doesn't capture right clicking and deleting, but yeah, it actually just does Okay, this is where you're gonna spawn in. So let's say I'm gonna test it. Okay, So I spawn in right here. Spawn right here. I start off right here. Okay. Now, personally, in my opinion, it kind of looks really big. I'm just gonna scale it to size. You could scale it to your size, or you could just leave it like that. I'm just going to set the size, which is somewhere here. Yeah, here. I'm just gonna put it five studs long, one stud tall, and 5 stud is the width, depth, or whatever. And this is gonna be my spawn location. You could change the color. I want a nice black. Okay. Now, if you want to really create your obby, or your let's say you just want to create obstacle course or anything with checkpoints. Checkpoints just save where you were left off, not when you leave, but like when you die. Okay, so I would recommend getting this model. I have a model in this description. Okay, it's called OBBY with anti-cheat. So yeah, let me just show you what it is. So this is a model. Okay, I'm going to give the link in the description of the video. If you can't find it, I recommend going to the video description and clicking show more. Okay, so this will be left in the description. You want to get this, there's going to be a get button. Since I have it in my inventory, I don't have it, but yeah, you're gonna have to get this. And okay, we're back inside, so you should have this. I'm gonna click it. Okay, so let's just show you how you're supposed to get this. Okay, you have to click view and toolbox. I think I showed you. Okay, so it might start off like this for you, or this, any sort of way. But you want to click these 4 dots here, and you want to click that, yeah, and you want to search up obby. Okay, you want to click obby, and then you'll see this obby with anti-cheat and auto save. Want to click that, and you will kind of get an obby at the moment. Let me just move it out on this side. Okay, and if you're wondering how I got my properties here, it should be usually here, but since I have a laptop, it takes up like way I can't see a lot of things. But yeah, okay, so this is kind of our thing. Okay, this is our obby. So it comes with a checkpoint. Okay, all you gotta do is just delete this checkpoint or spawn location, because we already have our spawn location right here. Okay, and so this is our first one. I don't know why it's that way, but this is our first one. This is our first spawn, which is kind of, this one doesn't really matter. This is just like the starting one, so I'll just put it right down here. No point, honestly. Put the transparency to 1 at the moment. Okay, that's 1. Okay, this can be your spawn location, I guess, but I'm not gonna bother it. So I just made it transparent. So if you go into the properties, when you select this, there's this transparency button, which allows you to set the transparency. I just put it full. Okay, now we got our second part. Okay, we got our second one. So don't rename any of these. You don't need to. So yeah, this is gonna be our second spawn location. Okay, right? You could delete this mesh if you don't want it to be round. You could put it to square size, and you could scale it to your size you like. I'm just gonna put it to the same one, 5,1, 5, 5 length, 1 height, 5 width. This is kind of what I went for, and I'm just gonna put it to like a black. Okay, now this obby, I guess we could delete. So I'm just gonna make my obby here, make my own like obby part. So I'm gonna just do this. And if you're wondering how smoothly am I moving it, because if you see, usually it would be like this, a bit like that for you guys. So if you're wondering, then you have to just click model and set move. Make sure this is equipped, or I don't think. Okay, or yeah, you could just deselect and you'll scale it however you want, or you click it and you just put it to 0.1 or 0.01. And rotate, I recommend putting it to 1. You can rotate in all sorts of ways. Okay, so let's start. I'm just gonna make it this way. Just gonna make it this way, and I'm just gonna move it onto here. Okay, so let's just duplicate it. Control D or right click duplicate, and then it should be inside. But if it's not inside for you, let me just show you what I did. It could be like this for you. It might be, when you duplicate it, it might be on top. So what I recommend doing is making sure this is off. Okay, this collisions thing is off. So then if you duplicate it, you might not see it, but it's actually inside. Okay, if that's confusing, you can leave the collisions to on. So yeah, okay. So now I'm just gonna move it up a little. Okay, let's duplicate both of these. Select one, okay, select one, and then hold Control and select other, or hold Shift. I recommend Control if you want to select some things, but Control, okay. So this, and hold Control and select the other one. Now you select both of them. Now you could duplicate it. Control D. You could right click, duplicate, and you can just move it and keep on doing the process. Okay, Control D. I just did Control D, and there 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, so that's our pretty much obstacle. If you want to customize it, you could customize it. So I'm going to make it the rainbow color. So you can select the color, go in here. This one can give you proper rainbow colors, and I'm going to click red, okay, and click OK. Now I'm going to select this one, put the color orange, and this one's going to be, what comes after orange? I think it was yellow. So yellow, and then here it's green, and here this one will be, this one is going to be this one's gonna be blue. Okay, that's blue. And this one's going to be okay, so let's use this one for this one. So I just put it to hot pink, and this one I'm gonna put it to magenta. Honestly, they're not the exact colors, but I'll just delete this one. Okay, so now we got that. I recommend selecting this, hold Control, select this, and then keep on holding Control and select this. Select all of them one at a time. Hold Control, click, hold Control, click, hold Control, click, hold Control, click. Okay, and make sure these are anchored. Okay, anchored, right? Or else they will fall off the map or fall down. So anchor this, or Alt A. Alt plus A also works. And once you're done that, right click and group, or Control G, or Command G if you're on a Mac. So this keeps it more organized. So yeah, and then you can rename this model. Just keeps it into one model. You can rename this model to like stairs. Maybe this can be like the stairs. Okay. Now I'm just gonna duplicate this and put it as another platform. Okay. I'm just gonna put this here. Okay. And this will be our part 2. This is going to be our second one. Okay, so we're going to make another one. Okay, so I'll just pause the recording and show you. Oh, this one's a bit. Oh, and yeah. Okay, so there. That's going to be our thing. Okay, so now I'm going to pause the recording and show you how I made it. I'll make another stage and I'll show you how I made it. Oh, okay, the recording started. Okay, so let's say this is my new hobby. Okay, so let's say this is our kill brick. This is our kill brick. It's going to, if we touch it, we're going to kill it. Now, if you just touch it, we're not. It's not gonna. One sec, let me just fix this. it's not gonna work because you need to script it. Now don't worry, this scripting is not hard at all. It is like very simple. It's probably only like 6 lines of code. Okay, so I just renamed these parts to kill brick. It doesn't matter what you name it. Okay, so once you're here, once you select this, click on the plus in the Explorer tab. Click on plus, and there should be like a small thing or a big thing, and you want to search up script, and you want to click it. Okay, now a script opens up. Okay, let's say you accidentally closed it. Don't worry, it's not deleted. If you go back here, it's still there, so you want to double click it. You could rename the script to anything you want. I'm just gonna name it to kill, and in here you have a simple line of code that says print hello world, which will just say hello world in the output. So take this out, and now let me just type script right here. Okay, so this is the script. So we're just creating a function, okay? We're just creating a function here. This function is just saying, this is just a function. This is just so yeah. So this is a function which tells what happens if you touch the part. Well, not yet necessarily, but this is gonna happen if you touch the part. So local humanoid equals to part dot parent dot colon find first child humanoid. What do you mean? Well, if you see, if when you play a game, okay, let me just go here. Let me just play it. So if you see here, we've spawned it. If you go into workspace, the arrow, and we go into Pechson or whatever username yours is, if you open it up, you'll see this humanoid open up. And in the properties, this is the display name, but in the properties, you'll see down here or somewhere, health, yes. Here, your health is 100 because that means you're full. Now, I don't think 200 will work because that's the max. But let's say you put it to 75. See? Damage happens. So 30, I put 0, I die. Okay, then I'll respawn and I'll come back, and there we go. My health is back to 100 because I respawned. Okay, so when we touch that part, we want to die. So we're basically saying that if somebody the part that is parent, the kill brick, and find first child, this is saying if you find a thing that touches it or hits it, and it finds a humanoid like in our character, and it says here, it's just defining so let's say we touch it, okay? This variable this variable is defining that it's just defining our humanoid, that when we touched it, so it's easier to change the value of our health, okay, or the amount. And it says if your humanoid is nothing, then, or let's say you just touched it then or something, your humanoid health or your health will just become 0 like I showed you. But this function doesn't happen on its own, it's just something, okay? So what we need to do is we need to actually just script it, make it happen. We need to create an event. So we're going to type it script.parent.touch. Okay, what do you mean? What is this touch thing? So let's say script. This is a script. Its parent is killbrick, this part here, and touch is an event if anything touches it. Okay, so then we're gonna do colon connect. This is connected to a function, and this is our function on touch. So when we touch it, this function will run. Okay, now what we want to do is copy the script, copy. Now you can put it into these other ones. Okay, when I right click, paste into, or control shift V, control plus shift plus V. I'm just going to paste it into here. Paste into. And if we test it, it will kill us. Also guys, if you're enjoying it so far, make sure to like and subscribe. Okay, so we're currently on stage 1 because that's what happens when we start off the obby. So I'm just gonna finish this obby. Oh, that just happened, okay. Right? I'm just gonna finish it. I'm not playing as good today. I'm just showing you. And once we touch it, we change to stage 2. Let's say you died, okay? You just poof, okay? You don't need to respawn where we started, but instead you'll respawn here. So it actually saves where you touched. And I almost forgot. I mean, did forget to anchor everything. This is important. You have to anchor everything except some stuff on this. You have to anchor it. Okay, I'm just gonna put it in a group. Control G, and I'm just gonna name it Lava Jumps. Okay, so now let's replay it because I did not anchor it, but yeah. Okay, so it's loading in, and here we are. Okay, there's that. Jump here, jump, jump, jump. Okay, now touch this. If we reset, we reset our character. It respawns us, and now if we touch this, it kills us, like I said. Now there could be a glitch where you just jump on it and then jump off, but there's a solution to it. All you gotta do is just set the can collide to false. Can collide is, say I'm touching this. See, I can walk on it because it's colliding with me. Let's say it's not on collide, it will still be anchored, but anything that is on it will fall through. So okay, so this just kills us. All of these kill us. So pretty self-explanatory thing. Well, kind of. So let's just make these can collide false. So we want to select this. I mean, it's in a model. So open it up. That's why I recommend naming it, because in case if it's all part, you have to find it, especially if it's in a big model. So select this, hold control, select this, select this, select this, keep on holding control, and you see this can collide here? Set it to false. Now there's a less chance, even if they jump on and jump off, they'll still die. Okay, they'll still die. So now let's say you want to make those things where you have to guess which one's right and which one's wrong. What do you gotta do? Okay, I'm just gonna duplicate this. Rename it to checkpoint cards. It's not gonna be our checkpoint, but duplicate it, Control D, or click Control or Command D, and then you wanna duplicate it right here. And you say this. You see this too. You wanna duplicate this, or you can duplicate one. It's your choice. You wanna just move it here. Okay, right here, and make sure to name it 3. This will not work. Make sure you change the names of these, like 1, 2, 3, or this will not work. Okay, this will definitely not work for you. Okay, let's make our guessing thing. So I'm just going to move this here, and this will just be that small area. Okay, and I'll just rescale these 3 things to be a bit more like how it should look. Okay, I'm going to change the color of this to brown, and I will change the color and come back to you. Okay, so I've changed the color, and we have to make one able to be walked on and one makes you fall down, or you can make a kill brick that kills you if you walk on it. I'm not gonna get that because you can just get the script inside here, put it into this. But what we're gonna do is just gonna say we're gonna make one walkable on. We're gonna make it so you can walk on it, okay? and then the rest are gonna be, you'll be falling through. So I want this one to be able to be walked on. So we're gonna just, oh, by the way, these are named. So this is true. Okay, this is true. We're gonna rename this one to false. Wow, why did I type flash? Okay, false. Okay, so we got our parts. First, these two are gonna be falling through. So I'm gonna select this. I'm gonna select this and put cancel light to false. Select this one too and cancel light to false. Now, work. Okay, so if I were to test it, I have to finish the whole obby. You can't cheat. Okay, that's a good thing about this thing. So yeah, it is loading, and first you will load in. Let me just finish the obby and come back and show you how this works. Okay, so I've reached the third stage. You could walk on this. This is the one you can walk on. But let's say you go on the wrong one. Whoopsie, you're not there. You're not gonna go through it. You're not going to. You're not gonna do it. Let's go through the third one. No, I fell. No, this is not a good choice. The brown one is the working one. Yeah, so that's how it works. Okay, so I'm just gonna make 3 more of it. I'm going to go here, and by the way, I recommend grouping it, and you can select this one too. Control G, and just rename it to which one, I guess. So yeah, here we go. I want to duplicate this whole model and just put it like that. Okay, now inside here, go to false, and I want this one to be true. So I'll just put that to true, and the rest will be false. Okay, the rest will be false. So since true is supposed to be going, you're going to be able to go on. You can collide to true, and the previous one, this one, I'm going to say can collide to false. Okay, and I'm just going to duplicate one more model of it, and this one here. This one is a false one, so yeah, that's good. This one is going to be true. Okay, put can collide true, so you can walk on it. And this one true, you're going to rename it false, just so we know what's wrong and what's right. False, and you just put can collide to false. Okay, now once you're done that, I'll just move this onto the side here. Okay, and this 3, we're gonna have to rename it to 4. So go here and change it to 4. Okay, so let's test this obby, and yeah, well, I don't know what to say. LOL. Okay, so we've loaded in. Now let's finish this really cool obby. If you guys want me to play one of your obbies, make sure to leave the link of it in the description and make sure it's not like anything bad, okay? So let's just walk on the red one. I think it's working. Oh, I think I just made a mistake. Oh no. So I just made a mistake. Biggest mistake in my life. Okay, but yeah. So this one is the working one. Oh, this one? No, let's go for... Oh, come on. I think it's green. Let me go for green. So it's brown on this one. Okay. So this one... Uh-oh, I accidentally fell. Yeah, I accidentally fell. So let's just go here. I think it was the green one. Okay. There's a pattern. Maybe it's the red one. Let me try. Yay, it's the red one. And yeah, your new stage comes. So yeah, if this tutorial is really long, I'm sorry about that, but I'll just do one more stage. That's gonna be it for this video, okay? One more stage. It's gonna be actually pretty simple, but yeah, let's go. Okay, so sorry, something just happened. Okay, so yeah, let's say you want to make it something so you could climb on. Okay, you want to climb on a ladder or something. You can go into view in toolbox. You can search up a ladder. You can get your ladder. So you want to search up truss. This is a ladder that Roblox makes. This is by Roblox official and Trust Beam. This is our truss. Okay, so I will just move it here. Make sure it's anchored. Make sure everything is anchored pretty much, unless like you want to make it so it just falls and disappears. I might have an advanced tutorial for this, but for currently now I'm not having any. Okay, so once you've done that, you want to you can change the color. I'm just gonna put mine to this or this, and I'm gonna duplicate it. Okay, duplicate and duplicate. Okay, that is my simple stage, and just group this, select this, select all these, and just group it and just rename it to crosses. Okay, and you can select this one, and duplicate it onto this other side, and you rename this one to 5. Now let me just show you. I'm not gonna complete this whole obby. Actually, you know what? I'll show you what the stage does. Okay, let me just show you and come back to you. Okay, so I'm on the stage that we're on, stage 4. Okay, so if you just jump on it, you see we're actually gonna climb it. We're gonna be able to like get on it, and we could see like, okay, let me just show you what it does. Let me just put it like this. Okay, so it lets you climb. Okay, then you can jump, 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 and touch the checkpoint. So that was pretty much it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoy. So make sure to like and subscribe if this did help. So I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye.